Hello, guys. Welcome to AR Sports. See, a whole lot of things went down yesterday, and right now, as I'm talking to you, it's still happening. It's still happening. One of them has to do with Chelsea. Yesterday, when Chelsea were playing Fulham, Liam Delap was lined up. Nicola Jackson was on his way to Munich. Few minutes into the game, Delap got injured, and information revealed that he'll be out for 8 weeks. Now, Chelsea now asked Nicola Jackson to return. On landing at Munich, he wanted to take his medical. He was informed by Bayern Munich that Chelsea had put a call, he has to go back. And he was furious. He never wanted to go back. But a new twist just happened right now that Chelsea have now asked Bayern Munich to make the deal for for Nicola Jackson permanent, since right now everything has been agreed in order not to feel, because the Bayern strategy have not been, their market, strategy, has been disorganized right now. And for them to go and look for another striker now, everything is difficult because Nkunku has not joined AC Milan. So looking for the next attacking player will be difficult because the time is too short. So Chelsea have now asked them, okay, fine. In order to maintain that relationship, you can keep Jackson, but just sign him permanent so that we will go and look for another striker to sign. That's just what happened right now, based on the information that David Austin just dropped. That Chelsea have asked Bayern to make the signing of Nicola Jackson instead of loan. They should just make it permanent. Then Chelsea will move on to other targets. And Newcastle United have finally unveiled Nick Watermill. So this foreclosed, the lingering issue of trying to get an attacker in. I think Nick Watermill now will be a replacement for Isak. And they also hope that Liverpool will now come up with the 150 million so that Isak can now move to Liverpool. But Liverpool are not prepared to pay 150. They don't intend to go above 130, knowing fully whether they are the only one in for Isak right now. And Newcastle still want to add Yohan Wissa to their team. So Wissa, they are still trying to find a way to negotiate with Brentford, because they have offered 35 million. Brentford turned it down. Brentford want more. So we are waiting. Tomorrow is the deadline, and we hope they'll be able to. Today is the deadline, not tomorrow. Today is the deadline. So we hope they will be able to find a way around it, and then just put an end to everything. Just have it a settled squad. Let Issa go to Liverpool. Take the money. If Liverpool offer 130 cash, that's straight payment. Take the money, invest in other areas. You can get other, just like the way you brought in Isak and made him. Bring someone else. Strengthen your team in other areas, and you're good to go. Tottenham, they were taught a lesson yesterday by Bournemouth. Bournemouth is one of those teams that there are 4 of them that I feared. You see Bournemouth, you see Fulham, you see Crystal Palace, and Everton under David Moyes. The resurgence of Everton is another thing we'll look at as we progress in this show. Bournemouth went to White Hart Lane just when they were having this euphoria of being on top of the league, winning. Bournemouth are going 9-point clear. They were gone down right in front of their home fan. They were outplayed, and those guys, the Bournemouth guys, are so good on the ball. Kudos to Areola. The guy have done a very good job at Bournemouth. He have turned it around for them. And Fulham, we all know they gave Chelsea a very difficult match at the bridge yesterday. But you see, if you have that quality, those players that can make a difference, João Pedro made a difference yesterday. That goal was so crucial. And at the end of the day, Chelsea won 2-0. Forget all the controversy of it should have been penalty or not penalty or whatever it is what it is. 2-0. Chelsea right now are on top of the table because Tottenham fell by yesterday. So 7 points they are there. And today at Anfield, I expect something simple from Arsenal. You have no complaint. You have a better squad. Your team are better than it were before. Just go in there to Anfield, go on your normal lineup with Trier in goal, Saliba and Gabriel, Timber, Califiori, Rice, Zubimendi and Odegaard. If Odegaard is not there, then you bring in Nogard or Merino, Saka, Gyökeres, and Eberechi. Just go down there, gun down Liverpool. Their defense is leaky. Their defense is leaky. The Van Dijk and Konati, blah, 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 rock solid, have considered two in each game. They considered 2 at home, then they considered 2 away at St. James Park. And this Arsenal team are capable of scoring even more than that too. So Liverpool are going to be tested because they're going to face an Arsenal side that are so good, they are so balanced. Arsenal right now have no complaint. If I were Arsenal, I would just break the bank and sign Isak today. Sign Isak today. And if you sign that Isak, man, you are good to go. You can play Isak and Gyökeres together in attack. The guy is so fluid, so you can play 2 men up front. And you are sure of winning that league. You are very, very sure of winning that league. You are very, very sure of winning that league. You are good to go. Right now, we need to look at Everton. Everton and David Moyes, they fit each other like this, 5 and 6. The resurgence of Everton under David Moyes is something else, and the owners are doing a very wonderful job. They have moved to a new stadium and they have added more quality to their team. Tyler Dublins have joined. Grealish have, in fact, right now, Grealish is the top assist maker in the EPL right now, 3 in 3. The guy is playing like the Jack Grealish of Aston Villa that we know. They are doing so well. I'm happy for Everton. So Newcastle took a draw away at Leeds United. Good one. Good one. Make sure you don't lose the way. Then rake in all the points you can, so that at least you get the why you sort out your striker. The guy has been unveiled, and I hope Watermelon will score the goals that Newcastle need. He will become the next big name. I want all the strikers to do well. And at Theatre of Dreams, the dreams nearly shattered. Oh. The dreams nearly crashed. And you could see it in the face of Amorim. Amorim was the confidence wasn't there. At a point he looked lost. I think, see, one of the things is, as a coach, if things are not going right, you should be able to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solutions in your head. As the game is going, you keep adjusting the game so that you meet up. That's why I love Maresca. I'm not overhyping him. I love him. He doesn't have a particular fixed plan for throughout the season. Based on the team he's playing, based on how the game is going, he keeps changing, chopping and changing. Yesterday, you saw how he brought in Tyreek George. He couldn't work. He didn't work. He brought him out. That is how it should be. In-game management, very, very important. Amorim looked lost. And if this guy don't sit up, because their next fixtures after the international break, Man City, Chelsea and Brentford. This guy needs to sit up. And if he doesn't perform, fire him. There's no sugarcoating. I've said it last time. This guy, the earlier you fire him, the better. I don't see him turning it around. I don't see him turning it around. But if he does, kudos. But I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. And PSG bounced back yesterday. They scored 5. They scored 5. Neves, Dembele, Bakola. They were putting in the goals. I'm happy to see them because they have been winning 1-1-0. And they did it away from home, which makes it very, very spectacular. That made it spectacular. And Napoli left it late to win against Cagliari, 95th minute. Go by Zambo and Guiza, the Cameroonian. The guy won it for them. So kudos. Right now, they maintain top in the league. 6 points. I'm happy for them. Just keep going. Keep going. Those 3 points. Anyhow you win it, 1-0, 2-1, just keep collecting the 3 points. League is a marathon. The league is a marathon. And in the other game, in the Nigerian NPFL, Shooting Star, having lost their first game 1-0 at home to Bayelsa United, they went away, they scored. And the game ended 1-1 against Insurance of Benin. That was a good one. And Real Madrid. So far, they have found a way to win. They won yesterday again. They won yesterday. So we'll see what happened to Barcelona today. Barca away from home. They need to win in order to maintain that point gap against Madrid. Because after the international break, a whole lot will change. God forbid, 1 or 2 players might get injured. And that will change the whole complexion of your team. It happened to Chelsea yesterday. They lost Leandro Delap, and they know they can't afford to be out without another striker for 2 months, because there's no guarantee he comes back within that 8 weeks. What if there's a relapse? So you don't have only João Pedro as your attacker. That was why the reason for them trying to recall Jackson. But the current report by David Osin states that if Bayern can make it permanent, fine, Chelsea will go for another striker. They're looking at a Helder of Sporting Lisbon. And then Garnacho was finally unveiled yesterday. And don't forget, a deal was already agreed for Bonaneto of Brighton. The Argentine will come in on loan. And that's why squad depth is necessary. I think squad depth, in terms of squad depth, Chelsea has talked. Except the striker position now that they need to bring in someone. Either permanent or on loan. I'm all for it. Because after the international break, you don't know what will happen within this international break. We've seen it with Caicedo, and I don't know if Ecuador will be able to excuse him. That guy needs to recover. He has played so many games. He has played too many games. That guy needs recovery. You saw what happened to Palmer. Same thing, he needs recovery. Chelsea was smart to withdraw him. If I had played that West Ham game, the situation would have been worse. But at least after international break, he'll be available. And my another fear is Cucurella. That guy has played so many games. Cucurella, Caicedo, Liverpool, you saw that he was already injured. And now Caicedo is struggling. These guys need rest. They should be excused from the international game. They need rest. Very, very important. Very, very important. So, Bayern are firing. They were winning comfortably only for the game to end 3-2. Very, very important. And they need to keep going. They need to keep going. Meanwhile, I'll be around again to update you, to give you more new updates as it unfolds. Because as the clubs are racing up to close the transfer window, there'll be a lot of movement, emergency movement and last minute movement, just to get the deal across the line. Don't forget to subscribe. We want to get to 300 before the end of today. And that we shall get to with your support. Drop your comment, like, share, and don't forget to drop your comment because it helps a lot. Let's make it interactive. Thank you guys. Love you.